Oh, hi there. Stanley Cup playoffs are right around the corner. Actually, they start tonight. Um, so I'm going to do my first round predictions here. Who I think I'm going to start with the Toronto and Boston series. Now, when I say my predictions, doesn't necessarily mean who I want to win, but it's who I think is going to win. So we're going to get right into this. I'm going to try to keep this a little bit of a shorter video. We'll start with the East, then we'll do the West, and we'll see what happens. So, Boston versus Toronto. I think Toronto's going to win. I think their forwards are just way too good. I think the experience they got from last year is really going to help them. I just really like their goaltending. I think is good. Defensively, who knows? But ultimately, I think Toronto will win the series. I think it'll be a longer series. Either way, I'm not going to be too happy. Not a huge fan of either team, but it should be fun. Moving on to we'll do New Jersey and Tampa series next. Who I think will win? New Jersey. New Jersey is going to upset the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think this will probably be one of the biggest upsets of the playoffs, if I'm right. I think New Jersey's just coming in, playing the right type of hockey at the right time of year. Honestly, I think they're getting better goaltending right now. I know it's really pretty much only Taylor Hall up front. I know Tampa's a lot deeper. I just have a feeling. We'll see. I'm probably wrong. I'm going to be wrong probably about all the series. So, there's always that. Moving on. Columbus, Washington. Alright. Next. Columbus, Washington. Capitals, Blue Jackets. Who's going to win? In what the hockey guy is calling the most American-looking series ever? Let's find out who I think will win. Columbus. I think Columbus will win. I think Columbus will have a good playoffs. I know they don't typically do good this time of year. But two things that are in their favor right now. Panarin and I like Bobrovsky. I wouldn't mind seeing Washington win. I've grown to really like and respect Ovechkin the last 2 to 3 years. So if I'm wrong, I won't be disappointed, but I think Columbus is in position for a really good playoff run this year. Yeah. Who knows? Again, I'm probably wrong. Alright, moving on to the last series, Battle of Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania. That's the right state. I'm going to stand on this side this time for this one. Everyone wants to see the battle of Hagelin and Broussard versus Filppula and Matt Reed. I think this should be a fun series. Will Pittsburgh win and move on and try to get the three-peat? Or will Philadelphia Flyers be like, nah man, we're going to win. We have the Ghost Bear. So, who do I think is going to win? Funny you should ask. We'll see. Philly wins. At least I hope so. If not, I'm an idiot. But I think we've already established that. As you can probably tell by my subscribers count. Not that good. Not that good at all. But I'm working on it. I think Philadelphia is probably the only team that could beat them right now, especially in a first round matchup. I think the Flyers know how to get under their skin. I think they can just outwork them, push them around. And I think they can win. I don't want to see Pittsburgh win. Pittsburgh fans don't even want Pittsburgh to win. That's actually probably a lie, or they wouldn't be Pittsburgh fans. I don't have any need to see them win a third Stanley Cup in a row. This isn't the 80s. This isn't the 70s. We don't need this. We don't need this in our life. So that wraps up the East. Switch over to the West, and we'll be wrong about those ones as well. Let's do it. Alright, moving on to the West. In the battle of the former Paul Kariya teams, we have the top President's Nashville Predators taking on probably one of the biggest surprises of the year, the Avalanche making the playoffs. Remember when I said if New Jersey beats Tampa, that might be the biggest upset? Yeah, I was wrong. If Colorado manages to beat Nashville, that is the biggest upset. Honestly, I think this will be a short series. I think Nashville wins, to be honest, guys. I know it's a bit of a surprise, but Nashville wins. Colorado has done so much this year. They should be very proud. Avalanche fans should be very happy, excited. Nathan MacKinnon could probably win the Hart, and yeah, I just don't think it's going to be enough. Sorry, guys. But I put on all the other jerseys, so I'm going to put this on for a sec. So yeah, I think the Preds will win this series. I will be maybe getting a new Predators jersey here. I'm kind of considering it. Once I get my tax return money back, I might get the white Kevin Fiala jersey. But until then, it's the only one I got. This will have to do, and we'll move on to the next series here. Alright, Winnipeg Jets, Minnesota Wild. Now, before you guys are all like, hey, dickhead, what's with the Thrashers jersey? If you'll give me a second to explain, I will tell you why I don't have my Jets jersey here. And it's very simple. I sent my Jets jersey away to get a name and number put on it. So you guys are going to have to accept the fact that I'm using a Thrashers jersey. Now, the series between the Atlanta Jets and the Minnesota Wild should be fairly entertaining. I think this might be one of the best series of the first round. Not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of either team. I like both of them, but I wouldn't say I love either of them. But it should be a fairly decent one. Now, who do I think is gonna win, and who do I want to win are two different things. Especially in this series, who I think are gonna win is the Atlanta Jets. The Atlanta Jets are going to win. Man, this is confusing. Winnipeg Jets. The Winnipeg Jets are going to win. And I will put a picture on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever of my Jets jersey when it comes in next to this Wild jersey, just to kind of rectify the situation that we're facing here right now with the Thrashers jersey. Hopefully the whole province of Winnipeg, Jesus. I'm sorry, Manitoba. I'm sorry, Winnipeg. I'm sorry, Atlanta. If anyone from any of those places sees this, you have every right to be mad with me right now. But I think your hockey team's going to win. I don't think Minnesota really even stands a chance, to be honest. They're not very good on the road. Winnipeg's one of the most intimidating places to play. Winnipeg will finally get over the hump and win at least a game. And I think they'll at least win a series in this round. So, sorry Winnipeg. Sorry Atlanta. Sorry Minnesota. No one's going to be happy. Moving on. Alright, so no one probably expected Vegas to make the playoffs. I know I didn't. And I know not many people expect them to win this series. But this is probably the series I'm most interested in. I've got my second favorite team and my new third, fourth favorite team. I can't remember what I said in my previous video. But this should be very, very fun. This is by far the one that I'm going to be watching the most. I think it's perfect. The most royal series. We got the Knights and we got the Kings. Who wins? I think it's obvious. In this battle royale, I think the Kings always win. At least this year. Like I said, no one expected Vegas to be here. Everyone's waiting for the Magic to run out. They could probably prove us wrong and sweep all 4 rounds, win the cup, just like that. But reality might hit them, might slap them right in the face, and LA might be reality. They'll come in. I think this will be I don't want to say it's going to be a sweep. We all know how much of an idiot I am, so it's probably not going to be. But I think LA's going to win. I really think LA's going to win. Either way in this series, though, I'm not going to be disappointed. If Vegas wins, sweet. If the Kings win, awesome. So at the end of the day, I'm happy either way in this one. Alright, last series in the West. Alright guys, so the next one and the last series for the first round, North California versus South California. This should be a good one. Both teams don't seem to like each other for whatever reason. I think this will be a hard, heavy-hitting series. And whoever comes out of this one's going to be beat up. I think this, with the exception of the Philly-Pittsburgh one, is probably the biggest rivalry as far as teams go. Toronto-Boston, they're up there as well, but I don't know. I think this one's better than Toronto-Boston, to be honest. I know people will probably argue with that, but this one's going to be entertaining. And who do I think is going to win? Honestly, I think San Jose is going to win. This was the series that I probably hesitated the most picking a winner, but I think San Jose is going to win. I think it's going to be a 7-game series. Again, probably wrong, but I really think San Jose has the ability to beat Anaheim, if anyone can. Anaheim's playing hockey really good right now. They're on a bit of a roll. I know that usually works in your favor when you're going into the playoffs on a bit of a streak, but I think San Jose's, I think they're in for a decent run in the playoffs. So yeah, that wraps up kind of my my first round predictions here of what's going to happen. I did that NHL bracket thing on their website on NHL.com. I'll throw a screenshot up of that of what I think the whole playoffs will look like. Probably going to get laughed at. It's going to be a weird Stanley Cup final according to me. But when I'm right, I'm going to look like a genius. Even though we all know I'm going to be very wrong. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too long. Hopefully it wasn't too much rambling on. I apologize to Winnipeg fans for not having the Jets jersey with me today. Like I said, I'll put a picture of that to rectify that wrong. But in the meantime, if you guys could hit like, maybe consider subscribing. If you want, you can check me out on Twitter, Instagram, put links to them in the description. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again.